Good morning, YouTubes. Sandy C's back with some uncommon sense, and don't snap your hair and your fingers. There's some. Hey guys, let's talk about distractions. Ooh, squirrel. Ooh, shiny. In the news that are distracting us from real issues, okay? I've got a news thing, when I go on the internet, my default page is a news thing. I think it's MSN, some crap like that. There's like 1,000 news stories on it. And I don't know if you've noticed the same thing, but in the past few months, there is almost a theme. Every other story is either about Trump, aliens, or Transformers. We're going to have to speak in a little code. I got in trouble for using the wrong word. I was a bad boy trying to get the truth out. What do you know? So bear with me. We're going to talk in a little code. We're talking about Trump, Transformers, and aliens. All right? Aliens. Have you noticed every third freaking story is some new alien, UFO, this, that, and the other thing? For, 100 years, everything was deny, hush, hush, hush. Well, now that we have a real alien issue, check southern border of the United States, let's not cover that. No. Let's not cover those aliens. Let's cover the let's cover those aliens. Let's get people bullshitting and squawking about fantasy crap that really doesn't matter, beyond our control, instead of maybe talking about a real alien issue. What do you know? Okay, next one. Trump. Don't care if you like him, don't care if you don't like him. With anything, you should be kind of more toward the middle anyhow. So if you're either extreme, you're a problem too. But instead of us talking about Trump, look, man, in the grand scheme of things, he doesn't matter. He is a whipping boy. He is the witch being hunted for, okay? Now, if you guys want to argue about a presidency, let's go to President Osama. You know which one I mean. And he created the DF Act, okay? DF stands for something like Dud and Francis. Let's call it the Dud-Francis Act. Now, if anybody actually knew what verbiage was in here, nobody'd be talking about President Trump. We'd all be talking about the wonderful, great, fantastic President Osama. Okay? We would. Because in that act, he made it legal for banks to steal your money. That's right. Let's all praise the greatest president ever who made it legal to have all your money stolen. Oh man, he is awesome. Instead, we're talking about crap that Trump did with a hooker. What the hell do I care? The dude's a billionaire. If he wanted to buy 50 billion hookers and make them all sign NDAs, I don't really give a damn, dude. I don't really care. And half this crap happened decades ago. I did some crap decades ago that I'm not proud of, but I learned from them and moved on, okay? So we've got a witch hunt. We're hunting Trump when really we should all be fighting over what the late not so great Osama did. And the Dud-Francis Act makes it legal for banks to take our money. If everyone knew that, I bet no one would give a damn about Trump. There'd be nothing in the news about it. Because it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we've got aliens in space that don't really matter. Okay, when we can talk about aliens from Mexico that do matter. Okay, we've got President Trump doing stuff with hookers. Doesn't matter. Don't care. When instead, we should be worrying about what a former president did in making it legal for banks to steal our money. But no, nobody wants to talk about that. No. And our third one, and this is what all the shiny is for. We are in the middle of the biggest economic transfer in global history. Let's call it a transformation in economics, a transformation into a one world global reserve or a global currency. Okay. Now, in case you do not know, the Fed Reserve is not federal and it has no reserves. Whoa. And if you actually go on their website, they put it in real fine print. You got to really hunt for it. They hide it really well now, but they actually say it in there. We are owned by private banks. Managed by government officials, but owned by private banks. And their goal is to make a one world currency, a one world economy. That's what they want to transform to. Instead, we're worried about all kinds of other transformers on Bud Light cans and shit like that. Look, people, I'm not here to bash anyone. As individuals, I don't like to hate anyone. I don't hate anyone other than, like the quintessential Hitler. Okay, that's about it. Other than that, these transformers, and here's the problem. Instead of all of us talking about how the banks are trying to screw us in the entire world, we're busy talking about what a boy or a girl is. What, are you kidding me? The banks are trying to take all of our money, and you're worried about people with mental disorders. Right. Okay? Now, that's what transformers are. These are people that need support, but not support as encouragement. They need support as in help. It's clearly a mental disorder that is now becoming a social disorder. But this is all part of the plan. They want us bitching about who the hell's on a Bud Light can instead of bitching about who the hell's working on a plot to steal all our money and assets. One of them, I don't care. If you want to do whatever you want to do, do what you want to do. As long as you don't affect others, that's a big one. They're trying to affect others. Don't be messing with kids, okay? But if you want to go dancing around, tucking your shit over there, with your like-minded group, that's perfectly fine. To each his own. But I don't put my opinions in my life, I don't press them onto you. You're here voluntarily, and if you'd like to hit the like and subscribe, I would appreciate that. But I'm not shoving this down your throat. We're clearly being shoved Trump, aliens, and transformers down our throat for a reason. To keep us from reading the Dude Francis Act. To keep us from talking about what the hell is going on with our borders. And to keep us from talking about the big one, the banking transformation. Instead, we're worried about human transformations, which is just absurd. Okay? And just a note on the Bud Light can. Come on, guys, seriously? I could think of 100 better women in a few seconds that we could have put on there. What are we doing? It's clearly on purpose. It's clearly on purpose. Okay? So, don't bother getting in arguments about Trump, aliens, or transformers. Don't. Instead, maybe try and turn it toward the wonderful Osama's Dude Francis Act, maybe the actual alien border situation happening, or even better yet, the banking transformation that is taking place. Okay? Know your cycles. We're at the top of the roller coaster. We're coming down. When it's coming down, that's when the big dogs reshuffle the deck. Okay? Where you're sitting on the top of the deck here, they're going to reshuffle that, and you're going to the bottom, sucker. All right, guys, so avoid the shiny, avoid the squirrel. Know what's going on. Stick to your guns. And remember, be kind. If someone has a differing opinion from you, wait, let them explain it. And then ask them why. Ask them why. If they retort with something emotional, then they're an idiot and they don't know why, okay? And then maybe that gives you a chance to calmly explain statistics and logic. And maybe you'll open their mind up. If not, to hell with them. Walk away. Don't get in fights with imbeciles that, have these, that are on a social high horse, okay? They're too foolish to understand what's going on. They're too foolish to see through the blinders of emotion and actually get to the facts. I know. I've done all this stuff before. You probably have too at some point or another. Someone has told you something. You refuted it. You didn't believe it. You didn't want to believe it. Then maybe a while later you came back, did some research, and oh shit, they were right, I'm a dummy. Cool. Guess what? That keeps on happening through life. So get after it, dummy. Keep studying. All right, guys. Sandy C is out. As always, I love your comments. Please hit the like and subscribe. Thank you. And I'm out.